more incredible runs that you will ever see.
Folks, he's the best in the business.
The Lions needed a franchise player, and Barry had that flash.
Little less than 3 to go. Galliano, handoff Barry Sanders, left side. Sanders breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Lions!
It's a privilege to be one of the players that will help restore the roar in the dome.
Draw play, Sanders. He's to the 15, breaks a tackle to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Lions, Barry Sanders.
4 wideouts, 1st and 10 from the 17 with Minnesota. Sanders making room on his own. And in the end zone, touchdown, Detroit.
You see Barry Sanders make the moves he makes on this run. You know why this is the best running back, if not the best player in the National Football League.
On the afternoon for Eric Crane.
Welcome to the Deep Out. The Key West Divers defeat the Wisconsin Stooges by a score of 27-11. Randy Waltenberg is the head coach of the Key West Divers, and Bob Schultz is the head coach of the Wisconsin Stooges. The player of the game is Key West quarterback Deshaun Watson, hitting 24 of his 35 pass attempts for 219 yards with 2 TDs. The Key West Divers are now 9-4, and the Wisconsin Stooges are now 7-6. The Toronto Titans defeat the Memphis Mafia by a score of 27-24. Rudy Gobbin is the head coach of the Toronto Titans, and Jay Villing is the head coach of the Memphis Mafia. The player of the game is the Toronto quarterback Phillip Rivers. Rivers has been hot and cold all season, but he was hot today, completing 16 of his 21 pass attempts for 142 yards with 2 TDs. The Toronto Titans are now 6-7, and the Memphis Mafia have fallen to 9-4.
Where did he go? Which way did he go? He's behind you, Tony.
Well, you know, it's just a matter of time before everyone on this team is going to be heard from. You think you got him tackled? I mean, that's by keeping your feet going and making Sanders move.
I was sitting like Sanders myself. He made them like straight up fools.
The Chippewa Valley Badgers defeated the Sheboygan Mashers by a score of 33-15. Larry Zorn is the head coach of the Chippewa Valley Badgers, and Mark Flasher is the head coach of the Sheboygan Mashers. The player of the game is the great Tom Brady. Chippewa Valley's field general Tom Brady completed 30 of his 45 pass attempts for 226 yards with 3 TDs. The CV Badgers are now 8-5, and the Sheboygan Mashers are 5-8. The Portland Storm defeated the Greenwich Spartans by a score of 24-17. Windsor Cooper is the head coach of the Portland Storm, and Scott Smith is the head coach of the Greenwich Spartans. The player of the game is Portland halfback Josh Jacobs. Jacobs had 21 rushing attempts for 190 yards with 1 TD. The Portland Storm is now 5-8, and the Greenwich Spartans are 8-5.
Touchdown, Lions! What an incredible run by the best back in the National Football League, Barry Sanders.
Sanders going outside. Dante Jones can't get him. Neither can anyone else. And Barry Sanders.
Wolford is the only shot if he takes the right angle.
And Wolford makes the play.
Hornswoggle.
The Pembroke Pine Eagles defeat the Florence Freedom by a score of 22-21. A very close game. John Wright is the head coach of the Pembroke Pine Eagles, and Brandon Wright is the head coach of the Florence Freedom. The player of the game is Eagles quarterback Lamar Jackson. Jackson connected on 18 of his 31 pass attempts for 183 yards with 2 TDs. The Pembroke Pine Eagles are now 8-5, and the Florence Freedom are 4-9. The Sacramento Gunslingers defeat the Eau Claire Rockers by a score of 27-21. Randy Leeper is the head coach of the Sacramento Gunslingers, and Steve Brandvold is the head coach of the Eau Claire Rockers. The player of the game is once again Sac quarterback Russell Wilson. Wilson completed 25 of his 35 pass attempts for 232 yards with 2 TDs and 1 interception. The Gunslingers are now 8-5, and the Rockers are now 2-11. Still missing games: Atlanta and Lakeland, Jersey, and Washington. This is a faster version of the recaps because the season's wearing on and only about 4 or 5 people are watching these videos now, so I just did a quick one. I might go more in depth on the last week, on 14. Thank you.
Barry Sanders.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the best.
Even no defense.
Sanders
covering. And there goes Barry Sanders. He could go. He's headed for the end zone. Touchdown. 30 down 5. Sanders into 49er territory. Quintessential Barry Sanders. Inside the 20, inside the 10. Highlight film style. Touchdown.
That's all, folks.